Is the bull run still on? Is crypto still going to go up? Well, every day we're always, myself, you, others, we're watching various signals to see, are we still moving in the right direction? What direction is that? In my opinion, it's up and to the right. That's where we want to go. So here are three, I call it the trifecta, reasons why I believe from a large view, if we're looking at the forest, not the individual trees, are we moving in the direction we want to go? Before I say that, I should give you my disclaimer. I'm Brian, big dumb animal, not a financial advisor. Don't do what I do. Do your own research. I've got a school community. Listen to it at the end where I go over all these sort of things. This post is actually from my school community, made a couple days ago, talking about those three things: stablecoins, rate cuts, and M2. All right, first, let's look at stablecoins. I posted this on my X. By the way, I have links down below to all this if you want to follow me on X, that sort of thing. But the first point was this. I thought it actually shocked me because I hadn't looked in a while. And that is how much in terms of stable coins is out there. Now, in the past, typically what we've all done, if you're new to crypto, you probably haven't done this before, but if you've been in crypto for a while, usually you would take something like Ethereum and then you would swap it for another token on an exchange like Uniswap. So if you want another token, you'd swap your Ethereum for that. I think times are changing a little bit because of sites like Coinbase and others. Many people are making their first transaction not something like buying Ethereum, but moving money from a bank account onto a central exchange like Coinbase into a stable coin pegged to the dollar, which is essentially like having dollars sitting there. If you're new to crypto again and you're familiar with something like a prime reserve with T. Rowe, you put money in it and it's pegged to the dollar so you know that you've got your money sitting there. You can move it around. Stable coins, back in 2021, before the 2021 bull run, 27 billion in stable coins. Now, today, 290 billion. And I believe the alt season is really just starting. And this was from DeFi Llama. You can see the graph and the trajectory is amazing. But that's a 10x. There's 10 times more capital in stable coins than there was before the last bull run. And if you look at the total market of crypto, we're basically sitting at the peak of last time's run. So it may not be a perfect example because, like I said, in the past, more things were probably in Ethereum. However, this should represent an amount of capital that has been moved from, for example, bank accounts, from fiat currency, whatever yours may be, into stable coins like USDT and USDC. Those are the two largest. So to me, that's $290 billion waiting to be deployed into crypto if the market starts running. That was the first thing. 10x the amount of stable coins as last time. The second thing was just rate cuts. In the US Fed just cut rates 25 basis points, 0.25%, and they mentioned they do it 2 more times. That should be very helpful. It's definitely not negative. The impact of it and how big that is and when it will move into the market, no one can really say, but it is bullish for crypto and all risk on assets. The third thing is M2 money supply. And I believe it was Raoul Pal who pointed this out, or maybe some others. They've mapped out M2, that's this purple line here. Global M2 is represented by this purple line. And they show that it has I believe it's a 10-week lag or a 12-week lag, meaning it seems to overlay Bitcoin. That's the red and green you're seeing here. That's the Bitcoin weekly price movement, red and green. And then bars, and then you've got the purple line, which is M2 money supply, and it's out 12 weeks. So in other words, it takes a while for that money to work its way into the system, but Bitcoin moves along with a 12-week lag pretty nicely. It follows along, which means it's going to continue to pump, maybe not to the day, but generally speaking, this peak is September 22nd. It had gone down sideways for a while. People were getting concerned, and then it rocketed up, and now we're looking at a peak of the next would be December 8th. So it may have a lull here. It may move. If it moves with Bitcoin, don't be surprised if it runs, has a pullback, but it looks like it will continue to run. So in my mind, I watch all these things every day. not just the forest, but I also look at the trees. We go through this every day in my crypto school. We have a community where we discuss crypto and then also the courses. But for me, that's the trifecta. We wanted M2 to be going up and continue to go up. We wanted interest rates to be cut, and we wanted Powell to say that future rates will be cut. And lastly, to me, the icing on the cake is that stablecoins have just ballooned. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day. Please do listen to my crypto school. Thanks for watching. Love how I break things down? Then hop into my crypto school. You'll get step-by-step courses on everything: buying, selling, staking for yield, borrowing, lending, even going fully debanked. Plus, join lively crypto chats and catch my daily market updates. And lastly, if you just want to help support the channel, there's a join button just below this video.